Drive across Australia. This is Ben Liam and Belle's
Late Drive on Nova.
Ben, Liam, I realised on the weekend I'm a duff.
You're a duff.
I'm a duff.
You're up the duff.
No, I am a duff.
What's a duff?
Designated ugly fat friend. Now, it's taken me about 4 years to
Hang on.
realise this.
Just sorry, I was like building up to like a no, like of course, and then I heard a from Ben.
I wasn't saying yes in agreeance. I was like a friend. I was like, I'm listening to it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not
glad.
surprised.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, no, I was like, like a shoulder to cry
Yeah,
on.
okay.
Rather than a,
Okay, that's what you're
So,
going.
Belle, hang on, yeah, okay.
If I
so,
put my head on your shoulder, I'll probably weigh your whole body down.
no, for the
Well,
record, you are not the designated ugly fat friend.
Thanks, Ben.
Don't be silly.
No, it's okay. I've come to terms with it.
What do you-
Look, it's
what do you
taken
mean?
it's taken about 4 years. But I realised on the weekend because I was out with a group of friends having a few drinks and I felt really good about myself and I was like, cool, we're sweet. Like, I had we're just loving life. Felt good.
As in they're all ugly. Are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying
So they were
that.
all the.
So someone in that friendship group was a duff. but
I'm
you
just
weren't.
saying
you
I
were the
wasn't.
hot
I
one.
wasn't. Yeah,
Right,
I
I
wasn't.
see.
I wasn't the bottom of the barrel in that group. But then I left
I
that
hope that
group.
group's listening. I hope they've got a group chat.
I left that group to go have dinner with another friend.
Right.
And as soon as I met up with her, I realised, I didn't feel as good about myself. And, there weren't as many, people, as you walk through, there weren't as many guys, looking. They were just looking at her now. And I realised what that feels like. Now, she's one of those people as well that, she could wear a really tight, turtleneck skivvy and she
Yep.
makes it look hot.
Yep.
I'm like, well, how do you do that? So I realised this.
It rings a bell. Is the duff a term from a movie?
There was a movie about being a duff. Yes, if you're not aware of what a duff is, here's your 101.
Every group of friends has one, the one who doesn't look as good, thus making their friends look better, the one who's approachable and easy to talk to because no one's trying to get in their pants. And if you don't know who it is, chances are it's you.
That's a real mid-2000s toxic male scriptwriter. Sort of,
Yeah.
Hey, you're fat, and if you don't know, you're probably fat.
There's probably people listening now realising that they are also the duff.
You know
Yep.
what? It's never easy being the duff. So if you are a self-aware duff, 13, 24, 10.
Taylor, good morning. Are you a self-aware duff?
I sure am.
Good on you, Taylor. Let's rally together.
When did you first realise you were a duff, Taylor?
6-7 years ago, I would always go out with my friends, and every time a guy would try to dance with them or hit on them, I would always insist, let's swap spots because you're clearly not interested. The guy within 2 minutes would already be off with his friends or back at the bar. So it was great.
So you're like the shield. So they're dead and they go, nah, I'm not into this guy. You'd come in and go, I'll dance with you. And then it's a guarantee that he'll leave. Oh, Taylor, you're
Yes,
doing God's
every
work,
time.
man. That is great. You are protecting your friend.
They call her the shield. I think it's time we bring in the riot squad.
Chick, are you a self-aware duff?
I am a self-aware duff.
Wow. So how long have you been a duff for?
Since the 90s, before the saying was even really known. I actually thought I made it up, to be honest.
Oh, really? So we just spoke to Taylor, who came in after. Chick, where's your place in the group? What was your good doing?
Well, I was the one the boys would approach to get onto my girlfriends.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
The talkative one, attractive but fat.
Come on. Come on.
Have you found your forever partner, though, Chick? Are you happy?
Oh, my God, yes. I've been with him for 18 years and we're going to New York in November and getting married in Central Park.
Yes.
There you go.
Love that for
There's
you.
hope for duffs, yeah.
Have you guys ever heard that the first people to know if the country is going into a recession
Is
strippers?
economist.
No, not economists. It's strippers. Because people with extra cash flow, I guess, are spending it at strip clubs. It's an old saying. I don't know how true it is, but supposedly the first to know if the country's going into a recession are strippers.
But I think that kind of makes sense because if everyone's going, well, everybody has cash to burn, then you'd go, why not? Let's go do that. But if we can't even afford groceries, you're not going there.
I suppose it's like that thing of if cats and dogs, they start barking and howling and there could be some sort of natural disaster coming. If you're in a strip club and there's no one else in there.
Yeah.
Recession coming. It's like, liquidate my assets. I don't know.
The thing is, obviously, inflation's cooling off a little bit now, but everyone is really struggling around the country. Cost of living, petrol, it's going through the roof. But I was wondering, should we call a stripper right now to find out if we're going into a recession?
It certainly would be it'd be a big headline to get. I mean, second day of Late Drive, the new national show, and it's sort of, if the ABC sort of breaking report, yes, nation going into recession as revealed on Ben Liam Belle, it would be good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, on the work computer, I've done some Googling.
Oh, good.
I've got a couple of numbers of some strippers.
Yep.
Are you okay if we give them a buzz and we find out if we're going into a recession?
Totally fine.
All right.
You just call like speed dial or
I've got
save contacts? Or?
No, I've got the number punched in.
Oh, right.
I've manually put it in. Let's give one a buzz.
Hello, it's Billy Beaver speaking.
Oh, hey there, Billy Beaver. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, Billy.
Billy Beaver, we are Ben Liam Belle from Nova. We appreciate you taking our call. We were just wondering, in a recession, strippers are often the first to know. Well, that's what they say anyway. So we were wondering, how's business been, Billy?
Oh, compared to 5 years ago or even 10 years ago, there's a price increase with everything. And then obviously the guys don't have that to spend. I mean, there's some clients that do, but obviously not all can afford $250 an hour for 2 hours.
So, you say, obviously if you've got to put food on the table, before the kids' dinners are getting cut, probably the trip to the strip club is getting cut. So, I mean, are we hearing here that, I mean, I know you're not an economist, Billy, but is it safe to say there could be a recession like close?
Compared to it's definitely more of a luxury now, and because girls are demanding, more money. Like back then, it used to be $60 an hour, and now it's $120. We still have the clients out there that have lots of money. We still do. We find them. We just attract them.
Well, I often say recession does affect the poorer end.
Yeah. The rich guys, everyone will be trying to pay for petrol, and they will be having a great time in strip clubs around the country, I'm sure.
Everything is going up. Like fuel is going up, groceries, but I guess people's wages are going up. So
Yes.
Sweet. Well,
Now we're getting into inflation territory.
Crossing to you at ComSec.
Billy Beaver, we appreciate you taking our call and shedding some light on the economic situation for us.
That's all right. Well, in saying that, though, there is recession. They also had a client, like, literally 2 weeks ago that spent $15,000 in 24 hours.
Whoa!
I mean...
I'm not really one to speak, but...
Billy, can you tell us what they got? What did they get for 15 grand?
Literally just back-to-back waitresses. So I have an agency, and he was just booking back-to-back waitresses for 24 hours straight.
Were they doing were they doing a yacht party or something, or was it at the house?
No, it was in the Q1 Celebrity Suite. It was like $6,000 a night. I don't know if you guys have been there.
Billy,
I told you not to tell anyone about our big night together in the Q1 suite. Gee whiz.
Yeah, but no, so it's hard. It's hard. It's an industry where you see both, but I love my job, so either way, whatever.
Thanks, Billy. Thank you so much for your time and shedding some
right.
light.
Love Rat. Bill's the Love Rat.
Yep, it's a Love Rat time. If you ever have a question for the Love Rat...
Yeah, 13 24 10, or you can DM us on Insta. And tonight, we want to ask, what did you catch your partner watching? We got a DM from Lainey. She messaged us saying, hey, Love Rat and boys. Anyone else's boyfriend obsessed with watching the Kardashians? I opened my boyfriend's Explore page on Insta last night, and it was full of Kardashian highlights. He admitted he watches it when he's hungover. I love that.
Really?
I love that. 13 24 10, what did you catch your partner watching? Amanda in Perth, what did you catch your partner watching?
My partner is a typical tradie, very manly, and I caught him watching She's the Man.
Oh, She's the Man is a good movie. to be
Great
fair.
movie, yeah.
Do you guys like She's the Man?
Yeah. I got no qualms with a bro
Really?
enjoying She's the Man.
Amanda Bynes in her prime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The
bless.
the better years. But she is almost a nail technician now. She's almost. She's
Almost.
failed the test a few times, but she does keep us updated online.
Do you reckon Amanda Bynes ever watches She's the Man and goes, those were the days?
Goes, that's a good movie. That's funny.
I don't think so. But the thing is, like, Amanda, like, that is annoying because it's kind of one of those movies where you're like, well, we could have watched that together. But now you've just watched it by yourself.
Yeah.
Mel in Melbourne, what did you catch your partner watching?
It wasn't so much what I caught him watching, but he'd obviously gone out to one of our sheds to watch some adult movies,
Oh.
but his phone connected to the Bluetooth on the speaker in the house.
Wow.
And how did you...
And my kid said to me, Mummy, there's strange noises coming out of the speaker.
Dude. And also just going for a shed one as well. Like, that's the real dad move, isn't it? I'm just going to the shed
Yeah.
to tinker with some
Oh, no.
tools.
Melissa, how did you handle that? Did you, like, go into the shed and go like, mate, the kids can hear her? What did you do?
Yeah. I ran out to the shed and I'm like, oh, my God, turn your phone off.
I wasn't doing anything.
Oh, where's the WD-40? That's... Oh...
God, what am I doing in here?
Oh, thanks, Melissa.
In the shed.
Mel, you're in the draw for 10K a day in May. Thanks for getting involved.
Naya in Melbourne, what about you? What did you catch your partner watching?
So this was actually my ex, but we had started, because my sister was really into Real Housewives, so I started Real Housewives of Atlanta. And he would just say it was rubbish. And then I kind of wasn't consistent with it. But a couple of weeks later, I went to go talk to him about a scandal that broke out. And he had finished my sentence before I'd said anything else.
Oh, my God. Seriously?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, oh, my God, when that happened like crazy.
And I was like, oh, okay. So you've been watching it.
Nuh-uh. Someone at work was talking about it, so I knew.
Overheard him.
That's how I knew.
That's great.
Eric, this was you. What were you watching?
Yeah, hey guys. I got caught watching A Walk to Remember and crying.
Oh, Walk to Remember that. That's the cancer one, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a big C.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric.
I haven't seen it. Is it a documentary? Or is it...
No,
Yeah,
it's actually like a Christian movie, I think, because they made us watch it at school.
Yeah, right.
Is she like
Sparks goodies.
is she like a good Christian girl, Eric?
Yeah, she falls for the bad boy in town.
Yeah, and then she dies. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Eric, when you got caught, what happened? What did you say?
Oh, she said, pull that shit and get it, I'm leaving you.
Wow, brutal.
Wow.
Sounds like you got a real lively one on your hands there, Eric.
She wants a guy with no heart. That's awful.
If you pull that shit again, I'll leave you. Jeez. He's like, oh, anyway, I'm off to wank in the shed.
It's Hump Day on Nova. You are here with Ben, Liam and Belle. That was Pink. So what? Liam.
Terrifying story, Ben and Belle. I was speaking to my mate today, and last night he was rudely awoken by a loud bang in his kitchen. Like everyone's worst nightmare, right? An intruder at night, like someone in the house. And it woke him and his girlfriend up instantly, and she turned to him and said, go check it out. And that's even worse. And you get like, I just hope that never happens to me. I'll say, why don't you go check it out?
Yeah.
Or do we both pretend we're away for the weekend and hide under the bed? That seems like a safer thing to do.
Or we go together.
Yeah.
And then she goes first and you push her out the bedroom door and you shut the door.
That's
like
And drag the tall boy across the door.
That's
Good
awful,
luck,
Ben.
honey.
Let me know how it goes.
I'll call for help. You just keep him occupied.
Duck and weave.
Remember what we learned in training. But so look, he did the right thing. He was a good man. He didn't want to do that, but he had to. So he reached for the only weapon he had near him, the Yeti drink bottle.
Whoa.
Would do some damage to the Yeti. This isn't an official Yeti, but this is, you know what I mean? Like, it's the big
Same
ones, the sort of
vibe.
stainless steel.
Big, heavy metal
Yeah.
cylinder.
Was it full?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't
If
ask.
it's full, then that's like
Yeah,
that's
you could
full on.
dunk someone over the head with that for sure. So he sort of was in his jocks with his Yeti drink bottle and he nervously walked into the kitchen, where he discovered the bins had been tipped over, but it was just by the dog. Just the dog.
It was a dog.
Big dog. They got a big dog, and he was like rustling through all the bins.
I think he needs to work on his weapon game. Like he needs to have a better weapon under his bed.
Yeah, as much as I joke about hiding under the bed, there is one there for emergency situations. I've told you about this before, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 18-inch aluminium fish bat, which you can buy from BCF.
Yep.
You scared of that, Bill? You scared of that? Scared of that weapon?
Of course I would be. But to be honest, I'm scared of the Yeti drink bottle. I think the Yeti drink bottle is a great weapon to have because it doubles as a drink bottle. It's actually useful.
It's just not super nimble.
But the other thing is, you don't have to have it under the bed. You can have it next to your bed, and no one would suspect a thing. And then when you need it, bam, it's a weapon.
I reckon we should do 13, 24, 10. What weapon do you keep under the bed? Whether you're prepared or what's your go-to, I would love to know 13, 24, 10.
I mean, my cat, Jeffrey, normally sleeps under my bed, and he has one eye and scares a lot of people. So I could just hold him up to the intruder and maybe they'd leave.
That'd scare him away,
yeah. Feline HIV. So I'm sure if you nicked an
to
intruder, it'd sort of be a long, painful one.
It doesn't affect humans.
Growing up in my house, we were in a kind of a country-style house, and the aesthetic was definitely country. And by the front door, my mum had an old pitchfork, like a really long pitchfork. And my mum told me, she's like, if anyone ever breaks in, that would be the first thing I'd grab as a pitchfork because you can keep them at bay.
They're mainly, you can keep them at bay. It's mainly for like ogres and stuff.
It would work on a burglar.
It's literally if people are like really angry and there's like a mob of people that
if
have
it works for an
pitchforks.
ogre, it would work for a B&E.
It would.
I now picture your parents. What's that famous piece of art with the
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
of ones
yeah,
in
yeah.
the pitchfork?
Yeah.
That's how I picture your parents now.
Tara in Sydney joins us. Good evening, Tara. What's the weapon under your bed?
Woohoo! I got two weapons. I'm special. My husband has a giant, like, machete-type knife that he keeps under the mattress between the floor, like, board.
Yep.
And I keep a bamboo stick.
Whoa! It's like some old, like, Japanese prison of war sort of
Imagine
situation.
breaking into your house and your husband's got a machete and you got a bamboo stick.
Yeah, you're coming at him like he's like Jason Voorhees and you're Kung Fu Panda, and that's a pretty scary. But that's the thing though, Tara. I'm assuming the machete is more for an intimidation type thing because I know myself. Even if someone was trying to do their worst, I don't think I could swing a machete at someone.
Oh, I've no doubt my husband can.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, remind me not to break into your house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Liz in Sydney, what do you keep under the bed?
I don't have it yet, but I'm about to move to a new area and I'll be having a baseball bat with a sock on it.
With a sock on it?
Why? Yeah.
Why
so
would there
when
be a
you
sock on there?
whack them the first time, they grab it, but they get the sock.
Did you watch that in a YouTube video or something? Where did you get that idea from?
I think I saw it on TikTok or something.
Dude,
that's such
Liz,
a wild...
You don't sound, your voice doesn't sound like it, but you're coming off like a hardened criminal here.
It's actually so smart though, because if you whack them with it, they will then grab it, but then it'll slip out from in between their fingers.
That moment that happens, you're gonna feel so good, Liz. You're gonna be like, yes.
You're waiting for someone to come in, aren't you? Like the postman will just come for to drop off a parcel, and you'll already be going in for the first hit.
All right, keep these coming on 13, 24, 10. What's the weapon under your bed? You're on Nova.
Isabella in Melbourne, what's yours?
So my partner's constructed the Nerf gun bullets, but with pins on the end of it.
Oh
my God.
Wow.
So if anyone would ever break in, he might try and shoot them, but not with a gun, but with a Nerf gun.
Imagine if you were the burglar and your husband rocks up with a Nerf gun and they're laughing in their face it's a Nerf gun, loser, and then
that's kind of like a quirky one, That's like a Home Alone one. You know what I mean? It's
No.
I'm sure a couple of pins aren't really going to affect you in a proper violent
serious?
home invasion situation.
What if it gets in your eye?
Yeah, I don't even have to worry about if they're running at you like violent criminals and you're they're getting pins shot.
I reckon
that would do some damage. And also, that's actually quite where did he see that? Because I'm concerned about how much thought he's given that and how gruesome. That's
Yeah, Isabella, thank you very much. Bianca joins us. Good evening, Bianca. What's the weapon under your bed?
Hi, guys. Well, I've got a purple teddy bear. I've had him since I've moved out, of home for the first time. But he's got a brick in his head. So I just let his leg hang out. And if I need him, he's easy access, just wing, wing, wing.
That's awesome. 'Cause you wouldn't suspect the purple teddy bear, you know?
A teddy bear with a brick in its head. Yo, that's cold.
That's a new type of Care Bear, right?
I am loving these calls.
These are just too good. Sam in Melbourne, what weapon do you have under the bed?
A metal stop sign.
Oh, okay.
What?
A what, sir? A metal...
Stop sign.
Stop sign.
Yeah, that would do the job.
Like a shield.
Yeah, that would stop them in their tracks. I'm worried about how much you have to swing that inside. I think anything too big, it's sort of...
Yeah.
Is he swinging it though, or is he just holding it up?
I got it for two reasons. One, I thought if they stop, they stop.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't stop, I'll smack them with it.
Yeah.
And you sound like a big dude. You sound like you could swing a stop sign around.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be hitting the head of the stop sign by you, Sam, that's for sure. Ellie joins us now from Sydney. This is your family friend. What weapon do they have under the bed?
Yeah, he had an axe under his bed.
An axe.
Simple but beautiful.
Yeah.
Again, though, are you going to use that?
I think you
surely not.
give it to the right person. Yeah, an axe is a scary one.
That's that's The Shining. It's
A gentleman living by himself, and he unfortunately did have two people try and break into his place, but he got the last laugh. He took off two of two of the guy's fingers.
Oh!
What the hell?
Now it's taken a turn.
Whoa!
Did you use the weapon on it?
No, we can't encourage that.
Oh, Ellie. And so everyone's okay, apart from the guy who lost his fingers.
Yeah, don't break and enter.
Yeah. The family friend is now in a retirement village and is happily spending out his days.
That is nuts.
Well, Ellie, you got yourself some KFC. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, I love all these stories. Rowena, do you have a weapon under the bed?
Well, my husband has a big Maglite torch that's sort of like a big truncheon that weighs a ton.
Yep.
And on my side, I have a stiletto heel.
Yep.
I love that.
I saw a few puzzled looks. So the torch is it's like a really big,
you just clobber someone
heavy
with it.
torch,
Yeah.
like a hammer almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would do some damage. Liam and Belle, have we seen the video going viral from a current affair?
No. Was it one where they chase a dude with the camera and he starts kicking the camera?
No.
Because they're the best when they start chasing someone, some con man or something.
Is it where they do the thing where they lay out someone's weekly grocery shop on their bench and they go, this accumulates to this?
And they have some nice graphics and stuff. And then a big red cross goes over either Coles or Woolies.
No.
Okay, so who was it? Was it a Hoon driver?
It wasn't a Hoon driver.
Tracy hates Hoon drivers.
Yeah.
I know she hasn't done it.
She
before.
doesn't.
She used to hate him. Was it a dodgy builder?
It wasn't a dodgy builder.
Oh, I know. It was a neighbour from hell.
No, you're right on the dodgy path.
Con man.
No.
Shonky used car salesman.
Correct, Liam.
I knew it was. It's a predictable show, you know what I mean? It's one of 8 things every night.
It was a dodgy used car salesman, and the interview did not go very long at all.
It's one of the shortest sit-down interviews we've ever done. Are you Australia's dodgiest used car dealer?
That was the main thing. Right. That was the main thing.
Hands off, Max. Hands
that was
off.
the main thing.
Hands off.
That was the
Hands off.
The reporter goes in and goes, are you the dodgiest used car? He goes, yeah, and they start fighting.
Hang on, wasn't it a sit-down interview or did he just corner him? Because it doesn't sound like that.
The used car salesman, he was sitting down for the first 2 seconds and then he stands up to attack the reporter.
And is that the reporter saying, hands off,
Yeah,
hands off? It's almost like what...
If you see the video,
Yeah.
the guy gets up and starts pushing the reporter and the reporter's getting pushed out the door.
Yeah.
And then he has a moment of bravery and he goes, hands off.
It's like saying, no hands, no hands, no hands.
It feels like how the reporter was acting. It's kind of like how if you're getting bullied at school, how teachers say, if you just say stop and I don't like it, they'll stop. If someone's punching you and you go, hands off, that's not actually going to work.
Hey, tonight we would love to do 13 24 10. Have you been on a current affair? Do you know someone that's been on a current affair?
Joseph in Brizzy, was it you?
It wasn't me, team. It was someone I went to school with.
Oh, no, right. And what, had they done something dodgy or why were they on it?
Yeah, fairly. They were one of Australia's biggest dealers of nangs.
The Nangarangaroo. Caught on camera. Right. So obviously the cream charges, people do it for a head spin.
And you're sitting there going, I know him from school.
I know him. Yeah, he's El Chapo, El Nango. Nathan joins us now. Have you been on a current affair, someone you know?
Hi, Ben Liam Belle. No, not me. So a couple of years ago, my football club had a brand new coach at the start of the season. He was a little bit of a strange unit, didn't have any social medias, but liked to tell a lot of stories. And then one week he stopped coming to training, and somebody had found an old video of him on a current affair being labelled the bankrupt Playboy.
The bankrupt?
So you never got like the full story though?
No. So he previously had been living a life of luxury, scamming people, trashing the occasional rental property, all that sort of stuff.
And then he popped up and he was your footy coach for a while.
Yeah, correct.
He was just looking for the under-12 mums, maybe. I don't know, just looking for someone with a bit of money around the footy club that he could get his claws into. I don't know.
I thought it was that he posed for Playboy or Playgirl and he didn't want people to know.
No, I think they were labelling him as
Playboy.
Playboy.
Be a bit of a Playboy if you...
Okay, right.
Nathan, thank you very much. Naomi in Barizzi, this was your sister. They were on a current affair.
Yeah, my sister and her friend were going to Thailand to get a boob job and a nose job. And her friends rang up a current affair and sent the email for her and said what they were doing. And they they paid them to do a story, and it paid for both of their nose jobs and boobs jobs in Thailand. And they had before and after photos.
So
what was the story,
the story was that they were flying to Thailand to get boob and nose jobs.
Yeah, and then they just emailed in to see if they could sell the story, and they said yes, so they're part of NW magazine as well. And so they got... Yeah,
I've got four mates that have done that.
Yeah, they should have emailed a current affair bill.
That's so common.
After hoon driving, fake tits in Thailand. I mean, you are sitting through the ads for that. You go, what? I wonder what happened. Well, I don't know. It's a current affair.
Honey, it's the news. I got to see it. I got to see what they look like.
No, they look decent.
I can tell you right now, they wouldn't.
Jared in Brizzy, you were actually on at one time.
I was one of the very few builders that actually got appraised for being.
That's rare.
That is actually a huge badge of honour. So you were shown as just a good, honest builder.
Yeah, because there was a scumbag going around ripping everyone off, a serial, pest that was ripping off people for fences.
Yeah.
And I watched the episode where he ripped off this old lady that had stage 4 cancer.
Oh, man.
Her whole fence ripped off 10 grand, so I got in contact with them and asked if I could go and they could get me in contact with her to finish it.
Oh,
which they did.
I like that, Jared.
Hey, Jared, are you still doing fencing, mate?
Yeah, I'm a builder, so I do everything, but
look,
I do fences.
You're in Brizzy. Anyone listening in Brizzy, do you want to give the...
No, I don't go further than Virginia, though.
Fair enough. Did you want to give your business a bit of a plug because you're a good Samaritan?
Yeah, but I don't need any more work. That's the thing.
All right, He really is the builder from heaven. No, not too greedy. No, I'm happy with my pocket, and I'll just do my fencing work there. That's totally fine.
See, I think the opposite. Now he sounds dodgy to me.
What, because he doesn't want the work?
Yeah.
Nah, good on you, Jared. Appreciate you coming on. Lucy in Barizzi, tell us, were you on a current affair?
Hi, guys. It wasn't me. It was my mum. So back when I was a kid, we had pet guinea pigs, like a lot of kids do. My mum went down to feed it after we'd gone to school and opened up the guinea pig pen, and there was a massive carpet python curled up. And she called the local snake catcher, and a current affair were doing a segment on them that day. So the snake catcher came round, a current affair filmed the whole thing, and then when I got home from school, Mum said, bad news, your guinea pig is gone, but good news, Mum's going to be on TV.
Yeah.
We all sat down about a month later and watched the snake catcher pull the snake out of my guinea pig pen with my little ginger in its belly.
Oh, my God. And you take the good with the bad. Obviously, you would have been crying at the time, Lucy, and Mum's going, there's me, that's me, we've got to capitalise on this. We should get them socials going.
Lucy, did they ever replace the guinea pig?
No, we didn't. They bought us the dog after that.
That's all right. Bit of an upgrade.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully that didn't get eaten by a big snake as well. Claudine, also in Brizzy. A lot of ACA calls from Brizzy tonight. Were you on it?
Yes, and it sounds like your other tradie, the good tradie that went and fixed that person's fence. I think that lady was also part of the show that we were on for the same guy that ripped us off.
Oh, you got
$10,000.
How many?
We got ripped off $10,000 because we have a retaining wall that is 120 metres high and very long, so it's very difficult with a pool behind it. So not everyone could do it. Yes, and now we're trying to, like all these other people, I think we're up to maybe 40 to 50 people that have been ripped off by this guy, and thank you to a current affair, because if they hadn't have done it, we wouldn't have all been linked together.
Well, there you go.
Doing God's work.
So you were watching the show, then you saw the story, or did you report it to them? Yeah.
No, we were watching it and just we're sitting there floored going, oh my God, that is us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, you just had to sit through the Hearn driving and then the neighbours from hell before you got to that.
You're right, though. A lot of calls coming from Brizzy for that.
Yeah.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.